Welcome, let tonight's story be a peaceful end to your day. Lily and Katleya, a tale of companionship. This story is about the heartfelt companionship between a kind girl named Lily and a wise dragon named Katleya, who protect each other, and the forest they cherish. In a peaceful village surrounded by lush, green meadows and sparkling streams, lived a young girl named Lily. Lily had a heart as open and warm as the summer sun, always eager to help others and filled with boundless curiosity about the world. One evening, as the sky turned pink with the setting sun, Lily ventured into the nearby forest. She wandered deeper and deeper until she stumbled upon a secluded glade, where flowers bloomed in vibrant colors and the air smelled of honey and pine. In the center of the glade lay a magnificent dragon, with iridescent scales that shimmered in the fading light. Trembling but unflinching, Lily approached the dragon. The dragon, whose name was Katleya, had eyes that resembled deep pools of water, filled with wisdom and a touch of sadness. To Lily's surprise, Katleya spoke in a voice that was gentle and melodic. She told Lily that she was the last of her kind, a guardian of the forest, who had spent countless years alone. Lily's heart ached for the dragon. As days turned to weeks, and weeks to months, Lily and Katleya formed an unbreakable bond. They shared stories, dreams, and watched the stars together. Katleya showed Lily the hidden wonders of the forest, the magical herbs, the singing trees, and creatures that glowed in the dark. In return, Lily brought Katleya tokens from the village. Fresh bread, colorful ribbons, and letters from the villagers, who soon learned of their remarkable friendship. One crisp autumn day, as leaves like gold coins rained from the trees, Lily came with distressing news. A group of hunters had entered the forest, intent on capturing the fabled dragon. Katleya and Lily needed to act quickly. With courage burning in their hearts, they devised a plan. Katleya would disguise herself as a grand oak tree, and Lily would lead the hunters on a wild chase through the forest. The plan was executed flawlessly. The hunters, exhausted and baffled, eventually gave up and left the forest. From that day forward, the bond between Lily and Katleya grew even stronger. They continued to protect each other and the forest they both loved. Eventually, the villagers came to revere Katleya as a guardian spirit, and the forest remained a sanctuary for all creatures. Lily and Katleya's companionship became the stuff of legends, a heartwarming tale of friendship against all odds. Another tale begins to bring you rest. Bluebell and Geranium, a tale of care. This story is about Bluebell and her brave puppy, Geranium, who share a heartwarming bond of care and bravery as they navigate life's challenges together. Bluebell lived in a quaint little house at the edge of a vibrant forest. Every morning, she would whisper a soft greeting to the tall trees and blooming flowers that encircled her home. Her days were filled with painting, gardening, and enjoying the serenade of woodland creatures. Bluebell had a heart that radiated warmth and kindness, and she one day desired to share her love with a companion. One sunny afternoon, while tending to her garden, Bluebell noticed a tiny whimper coming from a bush. Curious and concerned, she put down her watering can and gently parted the leaves. There, trembling and wide-eyed, was a small puppy with soft brown fur and a tiny patch of white on its forehead. Bluebell's heart melted instantly. She gently reached out her hand and whispered, "Hi there, little one. Are you lost?" The puppy, though hesitant, slowly crept towards her. Bluebell picked him up and brought him into her cozy home. She decided to call him Geranium after her favorite flowers. Over the days, Bluebell cared for Geranium with great attentiveness. She prepared warm milk for him to drink, created a snug little bed in a basket, and took him on strolls through the enchanting forest. Geranium, growing both in size and confidence, followed Bluebell everywhere, his loyalty unwavering. Winter came, blanketing the forest and Bluebell's home in snow. Blue made a tiny blue sweater for Geranium to keep him warm. As they sat by the crackling fireplace, watching the snowflakes dance outside, Bluebell would tell Geranium stories of stars' magic and lands far away. Little by little, Geranium's timid nature turned into bravery and his once fearful eyes shone with joy and excitement. One cold evening, a storm battered their little house. A wind howled, and trees swayed violently. Bluebell hurried to secure the windows, but the force of nature was intent on breaking through. Suddenly a large branch crashed through, breaking the glass and letting in the chilling wind. Without hesitation, Geranium jumped up and barked fiercely at the wind, his brave little heart doing all it could to protect Bluebell. Despite his size, Geranium's fierce loyalty and bravery gave Bluebell the strength and determination she needed. Together, they patched up the window and snuggled close under a warm blanket. As the storm raged on, Bluebell softly whispered, "Thank you for your courage, Geranium. I am so glad you are here with me." From that night onwards, their bond grew even stronger. Bluebell and Geranium faced each day with love and trust, supporting each other with unmatched devotion. They became inseparable, not just as companions, but as family, living each day with care and affection in their little haven in the woods. Let's wander into the next comforting tale. The Comforting Tale of Orchid and Blossom. This story is about a comforting bond between a kind woman and Blossom, an adventurous child who finds solace and connection for shared evening moments. In the quaint village nestled among emerald hills lived Orchid, a kind-hearted woman known for her soothing presence. Every evening, she would sit outside her charming cottage, knitting under the fading light. One breezy afternoon, Blossom, an adventurous child with eyes full of wonder, approached her, carrying a basket of wild flowers. "May I join you?" Blossom asked shyly, her cheeks flushed from the day's exertions. Orchid's eyes sparkled with warmth. "Of course, dear," she replied, patting the space beside her. Blossom eagerly sat down, her youthful energy a stark contrast to Orchid's calm demeanor. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the now rosy sky reflected in Blossom's wide eyes. "Why do you like to sit here every day?" Blossom asked. Orchid paused, gently placing her knitting in her lap. "This place brings me comfort," she said softly. "It's quiet and reminds me of the beauty in simple things." Blossom nodded, absorbing the wisdom in Orchid's words. As the night unfolded, Orchid shared stories of her youth, adventures so vivid that Blossom felt as if she were living them herself. Orchid spoke of climbing tall oaks and discovering hidden trails. She spoke of the laughter echoed in her life, a symphony of joy interwoven with tender moments. Blossom listened intently, her curiosity painting her face with smiles and frowns, mirroring the adventures being recounted. A gentle silence embraced them as twilight deepened. Blossom, feeling a bond growing strong, whispered, "Orchid, may I come here every evening?" Orchid's heart swelled with affection. "That'd be delight, Blossom," she said, her voice a comforting lullaby. After some time, Blossom's eyelids grew heavy. Orchid, with a motherly grace, guided her head to her lap and hummed an old, soothing tune. The melody wove around them, a blanket of serene notes that lulled Blossom into a peaceful sleep. The village lamps flickered on, casting a warm glow round the duo, a beautiful painting of human connection and comfort. The moon watched over them, a silent guardian of this tender moment. And so, in the glow of shared stories and quiet companionship, Blossom found comfort in a place and a person whose heart was as gentle as the evening breeze. Here, ends another comforting story for you. Magnolia and Gloxinia, a tale of awe. This story is about the human named Magnolia, who meets an enchanting elf named Gloxinia, and learns to appreciate the awe-inspiring beauty of the world around her. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled at the edge of an ancient forest, lived a kind-hearted human named Magnolia. And Magnolia always felt a deep connection to nature, but the forest nearby had secrets even the wisest elders couldn't unravel. One crisp autumn evening, as the vibrant breeze painted the ground, Magnolia wandered into the forest a little deeper than usual. She marveled at the towering trees and the canopy of leaves that seemed to whisper ancient tales. Suddenly, she noticed a soft, ethereal glow emanating from behind the thicket. Curiosity piqued, Magnolia gently parted the branches and found herself gazing upon an enchanting elf named Gloxinia. Gloxinia had delicate wings that shimmered like moonlight, and a serene smile that radiated warmth. "Welcome, dear traveler," Gloxinia said in a voice that sounded like a melodic breeze. Magnolia's eyes widened in awe as she took in the elf's magical presence. "Hello, I am Magnolia," she replied, her voice barely above a whisper. Gloxinia beckoned her to sit beside a crystal-clear stream that mirrored the starlit sky. "This forest is full of wonders," Gloxinia began, "but it is also home to lessons and ancient wisdom." Magnolia listened intently, her heart swelling with a mixture of wonder and gratitude. The elf shared stories of the forest's history, the harmony of its creatures, and the delicate balance that sustained their world. As the night deepened, Magnolia felt as though she was seeing the world through new eyes. She realized how intricate and beautiful life was, interconnected in ways she had never imagined. Gloxinia's words were like a symphony, each note resonating with the awe that enveloped her soul. "You have a kind spirit, Magnolia," Gloxinia said softly. "Remember to carry this ball with you, for it will guide you in times of doubt, and remind you of the beauty in the world." Magnolia nodded, feeling a deep sense of peace wash over her. As dawn's light began to filter through the trees, the elf whispered a gentle farewell and disappeared into the morning mist. Magnolia returned to her village, with a heart full of wonder and a newfound appreciation for the world around her. She knew that she had experienced something truly magical, a gift that would stay with her forever. May comfort and calmness fill your heart tonight.